What up? Black Suburban Dad here. And today, still on site in Makati, Philippines. And I got an email. I got two different emails today. And absolutely their relationship oriented. Let me see. My camera's off. All right, yeah, they're relationship oriented. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this first email straight off the rip. And man, this weather just won't stop over here. I went to the Mall of Asia yesterday. The Mall of Asia is one of the biggest malls. It actually is the biggest mall I've ever been to. It's right on the Manila waterfront. I wasn't even able to make it around the whole thing. It was like the whole city of Manila was down there on the waterfront. It was beautiful, man. People were just everywhere. You got kids down there. You got bumper cars. You got rides, Ferris wheels. You got games down there like fair games. The mall is 3 stories. Like damn near any store you can think of is in that mall. And I didn't even make it to the 3rd story. Beautiful food down there. Yeah, man, I'm just really liking it over here so far. But with that said, I'm going to get into this email right here because that's the thing that matters. Because people out here need help. Not saying I don't, because I absolutely do. But this isn't about me.
Nope.
And the email reads, my 21-year-old girlfriend wants to post in a bikini. I said no. Now I'm blocked everywhere. Am I wrong? Need advice. Well, just to first, and I don't read any of these emails, but first off, you're not her boyfriend, and that's not your girlfriend.
Nope.
If just so easily like that, you told her not to do something, then she never really was yours. And that's just the way it is. But they are in the 21-year-old range. That's considered Gen Z. And Gen Z, dating-wise, is really just gone off of the rails. Now, as somebody who actually dates Gen Z girls, I can tell you it is really gone off the rails. And the dating market is not the same as if you're in the Gen X category. Just say like the 45 and older age range. Or even in the millennial, the 45 to like 35-year-old age range, or 45 to 34, something like that, millennials. But it's not even the same with them. Gen Z has really gone off the rails. They are the ones that really started to change this dating market, and they are the ones that really sent this dating market into the abyss. And it's not coming out anytime soon. I have a philosophy, and I call it the Woman's Network. Now, if you're Gen X, then you know what this sound means. Now, that's the sound for America Online. Now we just have the internet. It doesn't make any noises. But back when I was young, we had America Online when the internet really started off. Yes, I was alive to see the internet actually start off. And we had phone line dial-up. So it had to log in through your phone, dial up through your phone to get onto the internet. Yeah, it's weird. It don't really make any sense, but that's the way you had to do it. And this is the sound that it made. When you're on your phone, this is the sound that it made logging onto the internet, the first internet ever made. That's the sound that it made. So with that said, man, I coined the phrase the Women's Network. Because if you're in the Women's Network, it's not about like predicting everything that they're going to do. There's no way you can do that. There's no way you can predict everything that they're going to say, everything that they're going to do. It's just being on Women's Network, you expect all the bullshit, okay? You expect the fighting. You expect the, women need extra sleep. You expect that one time of the month where they're moody, they're grouchy. And when you're on the Women's Network, if you see this stuff coming and you expect it, and you're in your male dominance, or if you're just being masculine, when you see these things coming, you're able to just take them as they are. It's not about saying, oh, I'm putting on my hater blockers, I'm putting on my women blockers, and yeah, no, you hoes can't see me, and nah, you hoes, I'm blocking you. It's not about none of that.
Nope.
What it is about is accepting women for what they are, and you not getting in your feelings about it. That's what the whole women's network is. You just expect them to do some nonsense. You expect them to be nice. You expect them to be moody. You expect them to be giving, caring sometimes.
Nope.
Well, not as much. You expect them to be loving.
Nope.
Well, not loving, but all the things that you expect from a woman, okay? Whether it be good or bad, you just take it as it is. I take women for what they are. I'm not mad at them. I'm not getting in my feelings about them. Okay? Every now and then they can come across with something that I didn't expect to come. They could hit me they could blindside me with something that I didn't see coming. But it's up to me to stay in my masculine and still stay on the woman's network and just not get in my feelings about it and then just say, hey, that's just what women do. I'm not a guy that hates women. I love women. It's just I know the things that come along with them, and I just take it as it is. So that's what being on the women's network is. And in order to be on this, you probably have to be going through some things. You have to went through some things. All right, maybe a marriage and divorce, maybe be in a relationship and realize that for the last 2 years, your girlfriend has been cheating on you with your best friend or somebody who's in your close friend group. Maybe your girlfriend's been cheating on you with another girl. Maybe your girl was on OnlyFans and you didn't even know about it. It's things like this in this age group specifically. Maybe your girl was on SA, seeking arrangements, and you didn't even know about it. Okay? So it's things like this I can hit you with, and I know exactly what I'm talking about because I'm outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
So I see these things. I hear these things. There's things that, man, I can't even tell you this one thing that I requested some information from a Gen Z girl, and she actually sent me this. I was like, Jesus, like right away. I was like, I did not expect that. And I can't even, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if I said the story, you'd be like, Jesus, bro. But yeah, so what I want to say about this email before I even get into it is that you have to let her do what she does. If she wants to post bikini pictures, let her post bikini pictures. There's really nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is leave the situation.
I'm out of here.
That's all you can do is leave the situation. If this is a girl that's doing some things that you don't deem reasonable or you seem like, oh, it's outside of my realm, like she's going outside, maybe it's going to lead to cheating. Maybe it's just not a good look. Maybe you just don't agree with it. Well, you have to leave her, okay? Because it's nothing you do is going to stop her. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much clout you got. This girl in this age range, 21, she's going to do whatever she wants. I mean, she literally logs onto the internet. She gets on to, she probably logs on to OnlyFans, see how many followers these girls got. She's on Instagram. She's listening to these creators talking about, oh, I made $4 million in 1 month. And guess what? She wants to do that. She definitely wants to do that. So and the chances of her doing that is slim to none, but she's going to try it anyway. And you got to let these girls try and fail, all right? You got to let them try and self-destruct on their own. And then just let them see if they made the wrong or right decision, and then just, follow up and decide whether you want to go along with her or not. But there's nothing you can do about this. Okay, so I'm going to read the email. I've been in a relationship for 4 years. We've had 2 to 3 breakups during this time. But every time I was the one who went back to her and tried to make things work because I genuinely love her. Hey, bruh. That whole love thing, y'all gonna learn, man. And this is Gen Z guy because guys definitely want to be loved. Guys want to be loved. Women are in it for security and other reasons. Maybe money, security, things of that nature. Guys are in it for love. So, I mean, you guys are going to figure out, man, this love thing, it's not going to work out for you. Now, I know at a younger age, you don't see it. I've lived a lot. I mean, I've lived a lot of life. I've been through so many different relationships of different varieties. Okay, I've been through a myriad of just different varieties of relationships. So there's a lot of things that I've seen out there going on. I've been in a whole different bunch of situations. And my philosophy now, just if I was to get in a relationship with a girl and like actually try to take it serious, the whole love thing, I'm not going to get in it expecting her to love me. That's not what I'm going to get into it, because love will leave, all right? The one thing that I will get into a relationship looking for is respect. If she respects me, then maybe she'll love me down the line. Probably not.
Nope.
But if she does, great. If she doesn't, it doesn't matter. As long as you respect me and you're able to hold up your duties as being a girlfriend, not a wife, because I'm not getting married, but hold up your duties as being a good girlfriend and be loyal to me and respect me, well, I'm good with that. Even the whole, loyalty and respect, okay? Respect being number one. Because, I mean, loyalty is kind of like, it's like walking the plank. You don't know if it's going to fall off before it gets to the end or what, but it probably will fall off. So that's the thing with loyalty. Respect, you just got to have that respect, man, as a man. Okay, as a woman, you look for other things, but as a man, you want that respect. Recently, she told me that in the future, she wants to wear a bikini and post those pictures on Instagram. And this is not normal. This is not out of the realm of normalcy. All girls, if she's probably got a nice body, and a girl right around the age of 18 to 21 is in her prime. She's in her primes as far as looks. Yeah, I know people want to say, oh, that 34-year-old woman looks great.
Nope.
Well, she might does. She might does look great, or she might look good, but I guarantee you her 21-year-old version looks better than her 34-year-old version, and that's an American thing that people don't want to realize, but it's just the truth. And I don't understand why it's so hard for people to understand the truth. You look better as a woman when you're younger than when you're older. As a guy, I mean, it can be look, man, you can look better as far as physical looks when you're younger, but as far as attractiveness, when you're older as a man, women might be more attracted to you because all the things that you have gathered in life, whether that be a good place to live, you've got security in your job, you've got financial security, you've got a car. So women find those things attractive, okay? But you could be better looking when you're younger. So, but this is not out of the realm of normalcy, okay? Every girl, if they have a great body around that age, even if they don't in America, they're going to want to post a bikini picture on the gram. Okay, I come from a Desi background, have no idea what that is. And while I told her she can wear whatever she's comfortable in, I requested her not to post such pictures publicly. It just doesn't sit right with me. Well, guess what? You're cooked. You're cooked, because this right here, man, whether you would like to hear it or not, but telling a girl of that age that she can't post pictures on the gram, all it is, it's going to drive her faster into the arms of a sugar daddy. That's all it's going to do, okay? A guy that looks better than you. Well, he might not look better than you, okay? A guy that is better established than you. A guy that can take her on those Ruth's Chris dinners, kind of like I did the other day. Take her on those Ruth's Chris dinners. Those McCormick and Schmidt's dinners, all right, those Daniel's Broilers dinners. These are dinners that's going to be in the hundreds of dollars. So you're 21, you can't take her on those, okay? But she's 21, and she figured out, hey, I got a nice body. I can post pictures on the gram because all my other friends are doing it. And you can't stop this. You can't stop this ascension that she might have once she gets on the gram, and guys might start noticing her pictures. You have Elon Musk out here talking to normal girls, sending out mass messages talking about, I want to have your babies. I mean, what you going to do if she gets one of those messages from Elon Musk, the richest man in the world? And this is not out of the realm of possibility either. Elon's out here on an absolute tear. You got NBA players out here. You got NFL players out here reaching out to normie girls, just normal girls. Nothing special about them. They could be a little pudgy. They could have a long nose. Who knows? They could just see something that's cute about that girl, and then they know that they can have them. Your girlfriend could be one of those girls, and there's no way. If one of these guys reach out to your girl, there's no, whether she posted pictures on the gram or not, look, they can find her on Facebook fully clothed. It does not matter. She will go. Okay, she'll be like, I'm out of here.
And I'm out of here.
So no matter whether what you try to do to try to stop her from showing her body, and I'm pretty sure it's a nice body, there's nothing you can do. if somebody that's better than you reaches out to her, she's going to go anyway, okay? So just let her do what she does, man. Just work on getting yourself better, honestly. Where are we at? Okay, he come from a Desi background, I just don't know. Her response was, I'll post it whatever you like. Okay, I'll post it whether you like it or not. Yeah, you're done, so. You're done, bruh. Because she's already in that state of mind. Like, look, she sees you in front of her, right? She knows there's only so much you can do for her at this point of your life, okay? There's only so far that she can go with you right now. And in America, we're in the boom, 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 information I want it now generation, okay? That's what it is. Information I want it now generation, okay? So if she wants to go out on that Ruth's Chris dinner, boom, she wants it now. You can't take it out with her. I mean, you can't take her out on it.
Nope.
Somebody that's better than you hits her up in her DM, guess what? She's going to be going.
And I'm out of here.
Like I said, whether she's clothed on Facebook or posting a bikini picture on Instagram. I mean, she could just get a fake Instagram. You can't stop this. She can get a fake Instagram under some fake name and still just be posting it. And some guy, some millionaire is just strolling. Oh, okay. Oh, look at her. And he's going to message your girl anyway. There's nothing you can do to stop this. So don't even try. She said she'll post it whether you like it or not. You're done. Stay if you want. Leave if you want. I told her that I won't be comfortable in such a relationship, and she blocked me everywhere. So you told her, you gave her the option. You can't, look, leave if you want, but you can or stay if you want, but you can leave if you want to. I told her, yeah, of course, man. She's going to leave, okay? She's going to leave. She's probably already getting hit up from guys anyway. So she knows her potential. There's nothing you can do about this. And then she went ahead and blocked you everywhere on everything, which means is she wasn't that committed with you anyway. She already had this plan probably when y'all got together. She was looking at you. She probably Googled you. She probably asked where'd you work at. I'm pretty sure she knows where you work at. She Googled that job, tried to see how much you make, wherever you live at. You're 21. Maybe you got a one-bedroom or a studio apartment, which is fine for a 21-year-old. Or maybe you still live with your parents, which is more than likely the scenario because things are getting more expensive out there, which is, we got to do what we got to do out here. So she's saying, hey, this guy can only do so much. He's still living with his parents, or he's in a studio apartment and all his funds are going to that. So when that NBA player, what if there's just a normal guy out there just making $180,000 a year, $190,000 a year? What if she finds a guy like that? What if she does? He's a black guy. He's in the field. I'm just joking. But what if she finds a guy like that? Just a normal dude. A plumber. All right? A construction worker. A bus driver. Somebody that has more than you. It don't even take an NBA star. She's leaving, bro. She's gone. It's up to you. You should be getting your own shit together. Am I wrong for having this boundary, or was she being too rigid? I still love her. Hey, you're cooked. And I'm feeling torn. Would really appreciate your honest advice. Well, you probably need, it's not probably, you need to leave, okay? You need to leave her because she's gone. Because I guarantee you, if she rolled up on somebody or somebody that's making $180,000 to $200,000 a year, found this girl, and that guy's able to take her shopping, go spoil her, take her out on dinners. So, because all she want to do is post Instagram pics, snap, make a good, beautiful reel. Maybe you might take her on the beach in Subic Bay in the Philippines or something like that. Snap. She's taking all these pictures, put it together in a beautiful reel, and voila, that's going to catch the attention of her whole community. And that's what she wants. She wants validation through likes on Instagram or via Facebook or whatever, Snapchat, on Snapchat. Snapchat's a thing. Let's see what these comments say. I don't see the problem here, mate. Both of you have different priorities. Time to part ways. Absolutely. We got the Aussie chiming and talking about, I don't see the problem here, mate. You two are not right for each other. Just break up. Oh, man, the community's coming through. Pain, feelings, emotions apart. She told you her priorities. You decide yours. Exactly. Okay, so we got some people on here with common sense. Your dumb ass is the only one that's going to stay in this relationship, and you're going to get nuked. You're going to get nuked when you either look through her phone because you're snooping around looking for some stuff that you know is there, but you shouldn't be looking for. Okay, because when you actually see it, there's a difference between knowing it's there, but when you see it, man, your ass going to be, oh, man, you're going to be in a sunken place for real. You definitely going to be in a sunken place. So you don't want to see that. You don't actually want to see that stuff with your eyes. You just you know it's there. All right? You know she got something on her phone. Yeah, bro, you're donezo. Grab your self-respect and run away from her.
And I'm out of here.
All right, so it seems like the community knows what's up. This guy needs to get out of this relationship, but he probably won't. He probably won't because it says at the beginning of the email, it said that they've been in a 4-year relationship and they've had 2 to 3 breakups during that time, but every time he was the one going back to her. Okay, so it seems like you're a sad sap, desperate Debbie Downer ass dude out here, ain't got no options, which is, I mean, it's kind of par for the course when you're right around that age. All right, everything has changed. It's not like the girls aren't out here just looking for a guy on the come up. Girls, they want the finished product. Girls, they want maturity, especially girls around your age. Trust me, I know. I'm outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
So girls, they want a finished product, okay? They don't want to sit up there and wait around. Like I said, we're in a boom, boom, boom. I want it now generation. So she's not going to wait around. The signs are already there. You should probably collect your dignity, collect the little pride that you have, which isn't much, pack it up in your bean bag, and exit stage left. All right? Because it's not going to work out for you, buddy. Sorry to tell you that, but it's not going to work. All right, I got this next email, and I didn't read this one either, but let me bring it up on my computer screen real quick. And let me see. Yeah, let's get into it real quick. Switch over. All right, switch over. Switch over. All right, there we go. Still don't have my settings because I am not at home. Okay, it says, why would my girlfriend say this to me? Okay, say what, sir? Okay, I have a girlfriend who is 27 and is now, wait, what? I have a girlfriend who is 27 and is now engaged to her man. All right, I'm already kind of off. Is this some sugar daddy shit or something? But has been around a lot in the past. I don't know what her exact count is, but I would guess it is probably around 40, give or take. Maybe I should start reading these emails because this is making no sense. I am a 26-year-old female, and she always says how it's not a good thing that I still haven't been with anyone because men don't want to be dealing with that. I'm really confused because a lot of times I hear men say they value purity in a woman. By the way, I'm not waiting for marriage. I'm just waiting until I find my person that I want to spend my life with and feel fully comfortable with in that way. I haven't really put much attention into my dating life until recently. Just don't understand why she says this. Does she just feel guilty about her promiscuous past and wants to justify her actions by convincing herself that men like more experienced women? Why should she be jealous or insecure at this point if she's engaged to her forever man? I want to hear from the men on. I'm totally confused. I have a girlfriend who is 27. So you have a girlfriend at this time, current, that is engaged to her man, engaged so she has you and another boyfriend, but has been around a lot in the past. I think there's something missing from this email. I don't know her exact count is, but I would guess it's probably around 40. So he's talking about body count. I am 26-year-old female, and Yeah, man, Jesus Christ. I don't even know why I pulled this. I got to start reading these things. Damn it, and that's all I got. Ah, man, that sucks. Can I decipher this thing? Can I save this? By the way, I'm not waiting for marriage. I'm just waiting until I find my person that I want to spend the rest of my life with and feel fully comfortable with in that way. I haven't really put that much attention. You know something? Where can I go with this email? It says, why would my girlfriend say this to me? Okay, let's just go to the last line. Does she feel guilty about the promiscuous past and wants to justify her actions by convincing herself that men like more experienced women? Why should she be jealous or insecure at this point if she's engaged to her forever man? I'm totally off. I want to see what the comments say. People actually understand this. My ex-girlfriends used to tell her to sleep around all the time, and they actually made her feel really crappy about her inexperience. People actually understand this, in my opinion, concept. Not enough experience makes no sense. What am I missing here? I'm not really confused, but a lot of times I hear men say that value purity or women. By the way, I'm not waiting for marriage. I'm just waiting until I find my. So is she a virgin? I'm 26. Oh, it says, good thing. Okay, so she hasn't been with anyone because men don't want to be dealing with that. Oh, so men don't want to deal with a virgin? I'm 26 female, and she always says how it's not a good thing that I still haven't been with anyone because men don't want to deal with that. I'm really confused because a lot of times I hear men say they value purity in a woman. By the way, I'm not waiting for marriage. I'm just wait. Look, man, some guys, I'll just take it from what I just read. Yeah, guys do value purity in a woman, and he's up here talking about body count. You really gonna sit up here and try to ask a girl in this day and age like what her body count is, and you're like right around? If she's 27, her body count is probably just expected to be sky high. Okay, expected to be sky high, and you're gonna have to be okay with that. Unless you want don't even ask the questions unless you want your feelings hurt. I mean, you can if you want to, but it might not go well. It might be like that last email where you asked the girl something and she's like so appalled by it that she's like, look, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
But I don't know. This email kind of threw me for a loop. Yes, the whole body count argument, let's go off of that. The whole body count argument is really people don't care about it anymore. Well, women don't care about body count anymore, okay? Some men care about body count. Me personally, I'm not going to be a guy that's going to sit up there and ask a girl her body count. Now, if I'm getting very serious with a girl, I don't think I would ask her body count. What my approach would probably be is just ask about some of her past experiences, because I would want to know if she had like a train and stuff, some crazy interactions, some stuff that you would see on Pornhub, So I would ask her about past interactions. I would want to see what that was. But as far as body count, me personally, I would not ask a girl that, because I don't want her asking me my body count. Let's just not even talk about that, because yes, men do love purity, okay? But you can wish upon a wishing star that you get out here and you find a pure woman. A pure woman. But good luck on that, okay? Because these women out here, in order for you to find a pure woman to marry, you better be going to the Mormon state of Utah. You better be going to like the backwoods, Alabama. You better be going down there in Gator Country in Florida, somewhere where these girls haven't even reached civilization. And in that case, they might be sleeping with their cousins. So now you got that to worry about. But you're going to have to go somewhere, maybe in Montana. Maybe go in big air or big open country in Montana and try to find you a wife. Because honestly, to find you a pure girl out here, she ain't going to be 18 or older.
Nope.
I'm just saying. And you can't go any lower than that. All right? Unless you just want to be sitting on the bench waiting. And if I'm not mistaken, if you're sitting on the bench waiting and you're actually talking to her and you're waiting, I think that's probably considered as grooming. And you definitely don't want to get put in that category.
Nope.
But what I'm trying to get to is there is no innocent women left. Well, there might be innocent women left. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to put them as a monolith. There are innocent women out there, but I say the percentages are 12% 12% innocent, 78% non-innocent. So, body count, that argument is going to be thrown out the window. Girls don't want to talk about that anymore. Because if a girl wears a condom, guess what? It doesn't count. It doesn't count at all.
Nope.
If a girl is out of state, it probably doesn't count.
Nope.
If a girl got with 2 guys or 3 guys in the same night, but that next day she went to the church and she deemed herself a born-again Christian, what she did the night before does not count.
Nope.
So the thing about it is you're never really going to find out where her actual body count is. You're never going to find out. Look, born-again Christian. She sits up there. She uses a condom. You don't count either. She's with a guy from out of state. That doesn't count either. Okay? It could be even into the situation where, just say, if it's a sugar daddy might not even count.
Nope.
She might only count relationships where she's actually emotionally intimate. So you might get with a girl, ask her body count, and she's thinking. And this is another thing, if you didn't know, but a lot of women keep the guys that they sleep with. They keep a list of them. Now this list could be on her computer, but she probably don't have a computer. But it's going to be in the computer in her hand. It's going to be in her phone, maybe in her notes. So she might have a list of guy in her notes, and it's every guy that she slept with, maybe in order too. It could be in order. So she could have 40 guys up there if you found this list. But when you asked her, she tells you, and she said, I only slept with 5 guys. That's because she's not counting condom. She's not counting out of state. She's not counting out of country. She's not counting sugar daddy, all right? She's not counting the fact that she became a born-again Christian, and now all her sins, like CGA said, all her sins been washed away. She's been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Now, you count all those things, you'll never find exactly what a girl's body count is. So why even talk about it? She's just going to lie about it anyway. And this is the thing, what I said, when I started off this video and I was talking about being on the Women's Network, when you're on the Women's Network, it's stuff like this that you accept it for what it is. You accept it for what it is. You know she's probably going to lie about it, so why even go there? Like I said, you want to find out what kind of experiences she's had and get an idea of that, because if you can find out an experience that she hasn't had, well, maybe you want to be the guy that actually takes her there, something a little fresh, something a little new. Like if she has 4 guys, maybe you get your boys together and you come through with 5 guys. I'm just saying. Just giving you an idea. So, yeah, man. That email was totally off the rails, and, yeah, I didn't understand it. But as far as body count, what I say is the truth. You probably need to get on the Women's Network, but like I said, if you're 21 years old, you're probably not going to be on the Women's Network. There's only a couple guys that can be. These guys' names are going to be Chad, Pookie, Ray Ray, and Giga Chad. These are the only, well, not Giga Chad, because a Giga Chad, he comes into a Giga Chad a little later in life, okay? Giga Chad comes into his form a little later in life. A Chad is already a Chad, okay? A Giga Chad could be a guy on the sideline who's not doing as good, and then he works his way up. He's getting the money. Then he starts working out. He gets the body. He gets everything up, the car, maybe the pad to live in. Now he's Giga Chad in the looks. That's a Giga Chad right there. All right, to me, Giga Chads are made. Chads are just natural. Pookies are natural. Ray Rays are natural, but Giga Chad is made in my eyes. He works his way up to being a Giga Chad. So, yeah. Anyway, body count is out the door. What I speak is the truth. Black Suburban Dad, I am out. Tell a friend to like and subscribe to the video. You like the video. Subscribe to it if you're not. And share this video. And I'll be back later with another one. Peace.